Where did the deceased go? They didn't go anywhere. They're where they are. Okay, question. Well, you may be thinking the thing we call the flesh brain is going to deteriorate with death. The idea of the flesh brain may, but the actual flesh brain can't deteriorate because the essence of the flesh brain is the quantum brain, the brain that currently exists and perceives existence and consists of a database, is preserved in the quantum brain as is. Therefore, there is no such thing as death. There is no such thing as non-existence. Every brain, every consciousness will continue to live indefinitely. And so the deceased are also amongst us. Aliens? What you call the aliens and all other forms that you are unable to perceive, all of it is a part of this single existence.
Going on and off. Like that, the cells in your body die at different time scales. Skin cells die once a month, stomach cells die every 5 days. The liver renews itself every 6 weeks. The DNA that makes the genetic material inside those cells, that holds the memories of 13.8 billion years of cosmological time, is not the same that it was just a few weeks ago. And even the raw material that makes up that DNA, the carbon, the hydrogen, the oxygen, comes and goes every 6 weeks, like migratory birds. But while these organs and physical attributes of your body recreate themselves in ongoing cycles, even though your stomach cells from 2 weeks ago are dead and gone, the new ones still have the memory of how to digest food. There's a memory lurking behind, a ghost in the machine that drives this reincarnation of everything that happens in your body.
I'd spend more time at the office. Okay. What happens to the soul? What happens to the space we're in if these walls collapse? What happens? Nothing happens, right? Let's say you and I are speaking on the phone and we cut off the phone lines. What happens to you and me? Nothing. So nothing happens to the soul. The soul is always there. Soul is being transcendent, being non-local. Remember, the word non-local has no location in space-time. So nothing happens to the soul. What happens is to your body. Your body disintegrates. Okay. Nothing happens to the soul. The soul is non-local. And non-local means in a non-local universe there's nowhere to go. You're transcendent. But if you understand discontinuity, that everything is going on and off, you know, the atoms are going on and off, molecules in your body are going on and off, you're recycling your body all the time. The universe is a big recycling plant. And just like your body is also always recycling, your mind recycles too, right? Because all your emotions, all your thoughts is recycled energy and information. And now if we understand information theory, information is just like energy is never destroyed, information is never destroyed too. Information resides in a non-transcendent domain. And so too consciousness cannot be destroyed. So the short answer is consciousness outlives the death of the physical molecules through which it expresses itself. And you talk a number of physicists who study consciousness, they say being non-local, it is mathematically impossible to kill consciousness.
One of the most interesting things in the world, this is a yoga, this is a way of realization. Try and imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Think about that. Children think about it. It's one of the great wonders of life. What will it be like to go to sleep and never wake up? And if you think long enough about that, something will happen to you. You will find out, among other things, that it will pose the next question to you. What was it like to wake up after having never gone to sleep? That was when you were born. You see, you can't have an experience of nothing. Nature abhors a vacuum. So after you're dead, the only thing that can happen is the same experience, or the same sort of experience as when you were born. In other words, we all know very well that after people die, other people are born. And they're all you. Only you can only experience it one at a time. Everybody is I. You all know you are you. And wheresoever beings exist throughout all galaxies, it doesn't make any difference. You are all of them. And when they come into being, that's you coming into being. You know that very well. Only you don't have to remember the past. In the same way, you don't have to think about how you work your thyroid gland or whatever else it is in the organism. You don't have to know how to shine the sun. You just do it.
When the Buddha was asked, "What are you?" he said simply, "I am awake." What does this mean, to be awake? The Buddha does not say exactly, because the flowering of each individual life is different. But he does say one thing: it is the end of suffering. Every major religious tradition has a name for the state of being awake: heaven, nirvana, or moksha.
It's like a canvas. It's like a canvas of consciousness, and the artist, individually and collectively, is constantly changing the nature of the picture on the canvas. You know, it was a film which came out some years ago, and basically came and went, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I guess it's because where I'm coming from or what I'm interested in. But it was it starred Robin Williams, and it was called What Dreams May Come. Yeah, where, for people who haven't seen it, when these people died, instead of disappearing, which is what most people feel, they went into another level of awareness. And in that level of awareness, which was far less dense than this so-called physical world, what they thought, they manifested. Their consciousness was constantly changing the landscape. It was constantly changing the canvas of their reality. As it changed, that changed. And
they need to get used to the speed with which...
Yes. You see, Martin Luther King said once, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Well, what he was talking about was what people call karma, cause and effect. But if you take that on another level, because of the density of this reality as it is currently, that density makes the arc of creation much slower, or appear to be slower in how we see time, than it is in other states of awareness. So we go through this sequence of thought, plans, bricks, mortar, designs, doors, and we create in that kind of slow, dense, laborious process. But when you go outside of that sense of limitation into therefore vibrational states that are much less dense, therefore treacle-like and slow in the way they unfold, you don't create the house brick by brick or door by door. Gotcha. There it is. Because what is a house? Same as the glass. It's an information field, which we put together very slowly because that's the nature of this density. But actually, it's an information field, and if you can manifest through the power of your consciousness that information field in totality, then you are able to create it as a whole. And then you go into the house and you think, I don't like those doors. Okay, yes, like those. And it's a completely different level of perception of reality, of experience. And you know, you talk to near-death experiencers, when they leave the body, therefore what they're doing is leaving this frequency range of density and this focus of attention we call the human body. And suddenly they are perceiving over multi-realities. They can create things. I remember one person talking about the fact that he looked down and he saw a body, even though his body was like gone, he left the body, but he still had the body. You know, it's like, or the sense of the body. It's like in the Matrix where Neo looks at his body and he says, well, this is real, where's that effect? And Morpheus says, that's residual self-image. Your hair's changed and all the rest of it. And then this person was saying that as this he got more comfortable with this out-of-body state, then the body disappeared and he just had awareness. But if he looked and perceived a body, it came back. And this is the level of reality and creation